Today we're taking a look at the brand new ships for X-Wing Wave 9. This is the ARC-170 and the Special Forces tie.
Spiky bits.
Make sure you stay in the trenches by becoming a supporter over on Patreon and also scoring yourself some free miniature swag in the process. Subscribe to this YouTube channel. Check out our site, spikybits.com, for all the hot hobby tutorials, news, rumors on all your favorite hobby topics. And head on over to thelongwar.net. That's the home of the battle reports for exclusive content, early access videos, and more. Become a veteran of the Long War today.
Alright, so Gen Con has come and gone and we scored the ships. I'm Baer, and today we're giving you a first look review of two of the new Wave 9 ships for X-Wing. If you want to check out the scum side of the release, we have a separate video for that that's on this channel as well. It might even be popping up right now in the top right corner there. Who knows? It gets crazy here on the channel. So, these are out. They're real. Turns out. The ARC-170 is looking fresh right here, and of course, well, Special Forces tie. I mean, it's cool because it pew-pews out the back and all that. But I like this. I dig this. The look of this. I like the cut of the ARC's jib, so to speak, right there. So let's jump right into it. Our last video lasted about 20 minutes because, well, let's face it, I like talking about X-Wing. No confusion there. I was fortunate enough to be old enough to have seen them in the theaters. Took my Fisher-Price record player to kindergarten. Used to listen to the episode 4, A New Hope movie record in class. That was back before we had Walkman, I feel like. So I'm kind of into Star Wars, you could say, I suppose. So here's the ship right here, and again, great looking design here. You know, no wash like smears or anything like that. Just really good looking stuff. I like the kind of dragonfly kind of look of it, and the kind of slope of the front here. You know, it's a really cool looking ship that's got the little tail gunner as well, or tail gunners. I guess it's one tail gunner with two different guns, and then, you know, it just looks good. It's a very good paint job, I feel like. You know, FFG's been stepping up their game there. Now I can't tell you when this is going to go on sale for normal release because, well, we usually see this stuff come out of Gen Con, but then it's kind of random, like when it comes out afterwards. So you just kind of don't know. It might be fall, it might not. And then we've got all sorts of releases for Armada on the way too, and who knows? You know, kind of one of those deals. But if you're fortunate to go to Gen Con, you could get your hands on some of these. Even if you didn't go to Gen Con, you might get your hands on some of them, right? In the case of the channel here. So let's take a closer look at the upgrade cards and the actual cards themselves. So first off, here's some new jersey numbers, as I like to call them, as well as some target locks and some shields, and then there's the little special dial card there. Don't throw that away. You'll actually need that if you're using the special dials. Here's the cards themselves, the pilot cards, I guess we could say. And as you can see right there, there is a rear fire arc, an alternate arc there. So it's I want to say this is the first little ship to do it. I could be wrong. Maybe the shuttle that comes in the Ghost does it. I forget. Obviously, I haven't flown that very often, so I would know. And then there's the other two pilots as well. As far as the dial goes, it's not bad. It's better than a Y-wing, which is pretty much all anyone can ask, I suppose. You got a 4K, you got a 4 straight. Your 3s are a little rough, so going fast, not its thing, but going slow, probably its thing, with some green maneuvers there. The full 2 dial, the full 3 dial with reds on the ends there, and then 1 is pretty much average, I feel like. Now, taking a look at some of the upgrade cards, or let's do the pilots first. So we got Nora Wexley, Shara Beg, and Thane Carell, and Bratton Stram, I guess? I don't know. Probably slaughtered all their names. I apologize. If we were friends in real life, I would totally learn your name. Don't you worry. And then we got the auxiliary fire arc card, which, like I was saying, it just basically, you can shoot out the back, right? So, you know, bookkeeping aside, when attacking with a secondary weapon, the ship must still target the enemy ship inside its standard firing arc unless otherwise said on the upgrade cards. Because remember, your mobile firing arc on the Shadowcaster can do it it specifically says. So they're just kind of throwing out some of the terminology and stuff there. When attacking with a primary weapon, a ship with this icon may attack an enemy ship that is at range 1 to 3 and inside its standard or auxiliary firing arc. So we saw this with Boba Fett first, except for it was a large ship at the time there, right? So Nora Wexley is a pilot skill 7. When attacking or defending, you may spend a target lock and have on the enemy ship to add 1 focus result to your roll. Okay, I don't know why you would do that, but okay, you could. As far as the ship breakdown goes, we've got 2 damage output, you got 1 agility, you got 6 hull, and 3 shields right there. So it's a little bit more resilient than, say, a Y-wing or a B-wing, you know, clock it in at 9, but it's still about the same price, but there is some other drawbacks, obviously, that we saw. It is 1 agility. Now over here on the pilot skill 6-1, when another friendly ship is at range 2 is attacking, it may treat your blue target lock token as its own. So that's kind of neat. With a restricted action bar there, it's always good to see some sort of synergy like that. Then we got on the 4 pilot skill version here. After an enemy ship inside your firing arc at range 1 to 3 attacks another friendly ship, you may perform a free action. So I guess you could focus, or I guess you could target lock. I don't know whether that would help you. I mean, I guess it could theoretically when you got a torp slot, so that would be neat. Chances are that if an enemy ship shoots you, it's shooting you at a higher, or shooting somebody else, it's shooting at a higher pilot skill. So chances are that you'll still get to fire and you still will get to use your ordnance. So getting an extra target lock or getting a focus to go with that target lock might be pretty bonus, I feel like. And then we got this last one here. After you execute a maneuver, roll attack dice on a hit or a crit, remove 1 stress token from your ship. Very cool. As you saw, there's a couple of red maneuvers on the dial. Not too bad, but definitely worth mentioning there. We're jumping over to the upgrade cards. We got Adrenaline Rush, nothing new there. Recon Spec, nothing new there. Tail Gunner, something new. Hey, there's a crew we haven't seen before. R3 Astromech, Seismic Torpedo, that's an interesting one. Vector Thrusters, and Alliance Overhaul. So right off the bat, we don't need to talk about 2 of these. Tail Gunner is limited, however, it is not Rebel only. So when attacking from your rear-facing auxiliary firing arc, very specific terminology, reduce the defender's agility by 1 to a maximum of 0. Okay, I like that, because combo that with some tractor beam tech, well, guess you might not be rolling dice, I feel like. R3 Astromech once per round. When attacking a primary weapon, you may cancel 1 of your focus results during the modify attack step. And assign 1 evade token to your ship. Okay, I guess that's cool. I feel like it's a big ship thing, but you can't take astromechs on a big ship. So I feel like I don't know what to make of this card. Somebody tell me what to do with this card. I don't want to say it sucks, but I can't see what to do with this card. I like it, but I don't know why. But I feel like it's not practical. I don't know. Anyways. I do like the fact that on these particular ships here, this is the first time that I can remember, and again, correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like you could take astromechs and crew on some of these, and we haven't seen that before in the past, so that's kind of neat. That's a good little, like, hey, why haven't we been able to do this before? So definitely worth mentioning there. Seismic Torpedo is interesting because it basically takes out obstacles, and not only that, but when it deals the damage to the obstacles, or when it hits the obstacle, it deals damage to each ship at range 1, assuming that they roll a hit or a crit on the dice. So you hit an obstacle, the ships within that range have to roll a dice. If they roll that damage, then they take it. For 2, I feel like it's neat. It activates as an action, so I guess you just fire it as an action. You don't need a target lock, you don't need a focus, you don't need nothing. It's just going to eat up your action slot, which I guess you could PTL to get it. With these particular ships, they do have a elite pilot upgrade slot, so that would be interesting to see. I think we're going to see more from this. This is interesting. This has my curiosity piqued. Vectored Thrusters lets you do a barrel roll. Do a barrel roll. For 2? I don't know if it's good for this ship, but I could definitely see where it would be good for some ship, I feel like. There's a lot of ships out there that could definitely benefit from a barrel roll. Alliance Overhaul is a ARC-170 title only. When attacking with a primary weapon from your primary firing arc, you may roll 1 additional attack dice. Wait a minute, what? So now you're going from a 3 attack to a 2 attack to a 3 attack standard for this 0 points cost title. Why would you not make every ship the Alliance Overhaul? And when attacking from your auxiliary fire arc, you may change 1 of your focus automatically to a critical. Did I miss something? That seems really good. Why would you not take that card on like every ARC-170 you field? I feel like, well, not that you would field a whole lot, but yes. I feel like it's a trap. I feel like I'm missing something here, and that card is like super bananas good, and it should be on like every ship, but I don't know why it's so glaringly not talked about. I don't know. It just kind of struck me really weird. I was like, that's super good. Why haven't we been talking about that? I don't know. Just haven't been talking about. That's all I know. So that is the lineup for the brand new ARC-170. So next up for, I guess, first order, technically Imperials. I don't know what you want to call them. It's a TIE fighter. Call it what you want. This bad boy here, there's a little buzz for it. You know, there's some people talking about it. It's interesting. It's interesting, right? So it's got the back pew pew, right? Got the little guns firing out the back. This is the one that, you know, Finn and Poe stole from that Star Destroyer right there. So here's the styling of it. Very cool, very clean. Got nice white, everything's. And then there in the back, you got the boop, 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 boop. And then, of course, you got your little antenna right there. And we'll show you what that is here in a second. So as far as, you know, ships go, boom, there it is. Now, something else I was thinking about the other day as I put this away and I'm making a transition, as they call it. The September 4th day is coming right up, actually. If you think about it, well, that's less than a month away. So last year we saw the Episode 7 starter come out at Target. And I'm wondering this year, because we know Rogue One's coming out, if they'll have anything cool on sale that day at Target as well. Now, we haven't really heard anything, and I don't even know if people have even realized, you know, post-Gen Con that that's on the radar. But hey, guys, that might be on the radar. That might be a thing that we need to worry about. All right, so back up here, we've got the new TIE FO right here. So we got Quick Draw, Backdraft, which there's a lot of buzz going around about that, guy. So Pilot Skill 9, Pilot Skill 7. Then we've got, of course, Zeta Specialist and Omega Specialist, ooh, and FF right there. Good old first tactical fighter wing out of Langley, or Hampton, Virginia, Langley Air Force Base. TIE SF fighter, and there is the dial. Lots of reds, but still pretty tactical, I feel like. You got your full complement of 2, your full complement of 1. Red, but still. Then you got 3s, you got, you know, your special maneuver right there at 3, of course, and all of the 3s, even the bonus 3, we'll call it the bonus 3, because I like the sound of that. All right, jumping into the pilots here, and of course, more auxiliary fire fun. We got Quick Draw, Backdraft, very cool little graphic there, Omega Specialist and Zeta Specialist for the first order lineup, and then auxiliary fire and arc. We've already talked about that, I feel like, at least 5 minutes ago, if not more. So where do we start? Okay, so Pilot Skill 9 on Quick Draw, very cool. Once per round, if you lose a shield token, you may perform a primary weapon attack. So at 3 hull and 3 shields, is this a TIE fighter? Like, where are we at right now? Is this a TIE fighter? Is this real life? Like, I don't know what to make of this. I see a TIE fighter, I think I'm going to shoot it a couple times and it dies, depending on which one it is. But that's generally what I think. And now you're telling me that this has got 3 hull and 3 shields, and it's the same price as an X-Wing? I don't know what to think anymore. It's got auxiliary fire arc for 2. It's got 2 agility, which I think is more than fair. I'm digging this ship. Backdraft. When attacking a ship inside your auxiliary fire arc, you may add 1 crit to the result. So don't try to creep up on the TIE fighter because it's going to get you. This one right here. Omega Specialist, just a generic 5 pilot skill version of it, and Zeta Specialist, an even more generic 3 pilot skill version of it with no EPT. Now you might notice here, there's an interesting icon that we've never seen on a TIE fighter before, and that's advanced sensors, and it also got the tech, boom, 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 which is the new first order thing. So jumping right over to that, another transition, nailing it today. We got wired, no need to talk about. Collision detector, hey, what is that? Sensor cluster, which we saw on the model itself, sensor cluster, and special ops training. I don't know if you can see that from way up there in space, but we're going to get you a little closer. There we go. So special ops training, TIE only. When attacking with a primary weapon from your primary firing arc, you may roll 1 additional attack die. Fair enough. If you do not, you may perform an additional attack from your auxiliary firing arc. For 0, I like it. that gives me options on a little teeny tiny small ship that costs about the same as an X-Wing, but I still like it. Sensor cluster. When defending, you may spend a focus token to change one of your blank results to an evade. Alright, I can get on board with that, sure. Wired, we don't need to talk about. We've definitely seen that for at least a year, i.e. it came out on last September 4th in, I believe it came in the episode 7 starter. I could be wrong. Maybe it came out with the FO and the new T70 that came out around Christmas time of last year. Collision detector. Let's take a look at this. Hey, it's a sensor, or it's a system. When performing a boost, barrel roll, or decloak, you may, on your ship, and let's do English. Or your ship and maneuver template may overlap obstacles. When rolling for an obstacle damage, ignore all crit results. So basically that says to me, well, you can go have some fun on some obstacles. Now it doesn't ignore them. You're still gonna take like the damage. You know, like if you go on an asteroid, you can overlap, but you're still not going to be able to attack. It doesn't let you attack. You just basically get to overlap. So at the attack phase, if you're still overlapping, you're still, you still might have to roll for damage, although you might not get any damage. You still can't attack, and you still can't do it in action, which I guess you wouldn't be doing in action anyways, because you already did that something as an action to get on there. But either way, I like it. There's something about it. I like it. There's something that screams to me, hey, I kind of make B-Wings okay, but we're still not there yet. Or there's some other hidden mechanic that I can't quite grasp yet that makes it worth it. I mean, obviously, I feel like Dash all day loves stuff like that, but he's kind of already his thing, so it's kind of like not worth it. So I don't know. Something about it, something I like. I can't put my finger on it, but I know when I like something, it's just my brain telling me, or trying to remember something else that goes along with it that I should be aware of. But there's a lot of stuff out there, and we cover a lot of ground every day over on Spiky Bits. So forgive me for not knowing exactly why it's so bananas good, but I like it. So I'm gonna work on it more, and I'll report back. So that's it for this one. That is the Rebel ship and the TIE Imperial / First Order ship for the new Wave 9. No idea when they're coming out, but I hope you enjoyed my second first look video review of the new ships.
Deleted scenes, bonus content, and all the interviews and post-game wrap-up videos can be located in the Hall of Veterans on thelongwar.net. Visit thelongwar.net today and try a week completely free with no strings attached. That's not all. Thelongwar.net is also your hobby resource for exclusive early access with an ad-free experience to all your favorite videos. Members of the Hall of Veterans gain early exclusive access to multiple hobby videos.